Hello, classmates. So there is a new task that is going to be posted in your Google Classroom. It's going to be your annotated bibliography. If your topic is already approved, the next thing that you're going to do is start researching or start looking for data or details that you can add for your advocacy campaign later on. So it's just very simple. You're going to be doing an annotated bibliography. This is something that should have been discussed with you when you were in senior high school. So this is just a review or a recap of what you've done before, and this is definitely an application of those ideas and those things that you learned in senior high school. However, I'm still going to give you a refresher. So there are some videos in here that I added in the playlist. Please make sure that you watch them. The first three are for annotated bibliography. The fourth one is very important because it's about taking notes, which is important because you're going to take down notes like details, statistics, ideas, concepts, numbers, figures, etc. that you can use later on in your advocacy campaign. And the last one is how to write in APA style. So APA is actually very simple. I'll show it to you later on. So we're going to be working on these ones later on. We're going to be having a short review about this in a bit. Okay. So if your topic is already approved, let's use section HAQ for example. They have a topic which is plant a tree, plant a life. So this is more into sustainable development about trees. What you're going to do is just go over some keywords, and it's very important to use Google properly. You are not in school right now, and it's more difficult to research, or it's more difficult to look for good sources because you are at home. But it doesn't have to be very difficult. The internet has all of the things that we need. So I'm going to teach you here how to exhaust those resources that you can use, or that you can apply in preparing your output for this part. So bakit nga ba ito importante? You have to work on your annotated bibliography properly because many of the things that you will be submitting later on, kukunin nyo sa mga ipapas nyo ngayon or ipapas nyo next week, this annotated bibliography. What does that mean? Each of you, so if ever there are 5 or 6 or 7 members in your group, all of you must look for 2 sources each. And it must be different from each other. And you're going to get ideas from there like statistics, details or data, etc. na pwede nyong gamitin or that you can use in your outputs later on. What are the outputs that you will be preparing for the finals? You will be having your letter. You will be having your letter. You will be having your slides to present your topic or your advocacy, and you're going to be doing your Instagram slideshow, which I gave you as a sample before, using the Instagram accounts of Pia Wurzbach and Heart Evangelista and Angel Luxin. And those are going to be applications where you need to use the data that you will find here in your research today until next week. For example, if your advocacy is about let's just say sustainable fashion. So last year I have a group who work on sustainable fashion. Why it's very important to use your to not keep changing clothes. So what you can do is look for keywords. So ano ba yung mga pwedeng keywords when you're going to research on that? So you can look for sustainable fashion first. So there's sustainable fashion. It's a movement and process of fostering change to fashion products towards greater ecological integrity. Now there are many things that are there in your group. You have to be very smart. So you can actually talk about dividing this among yourselves. You have to work properly. Sino sa atin or who among us will do the definition? Who among us will work on the characteristics? So maybe in your group, if there are 5 of you, one will work on looking for definitions of sustainable fashion from very good sources, and then that other two will be looking for characteristics and how it can be applied in our current situation or the real world. And the other 2 members can look for data that you can use to support like statistics and other researches. Now, of course, definitions are very easy to find because you can find them here. uh Wikipedia is always a very good place for the first part only, but you're not supposed to copy here. Why? This is a curation. This is a collection of many things that are written in the internet, and other users will collate or put together these ideas so that it becomes one source. For example, here, see it this part tells you that that part is taken from Kate Fletcher, 2008, Sustainable Fashion and Textiles Design Journey, second edition, London, Washington, D.C. So, in fairness, the citation shows that the the source is reliable, and this is a very good definition, but we are not allowed to copy from the from Wikipedia. So what do? There's a link in there that will show you where to go. You click that, book sources. So it's not here, sorry. So you can, another thing is that you can actually search where it is. One, it will bring you here. So there's Fletcher Kate. You can actually copy that, open a tab, paste it there, and there it is. You can open that and then try to see if there are some things that are that you can use for your research, or if you can find the file, right? So hanapin nyo kung saan yung mahahanap. Is there something, okay, so it tells you something, but it's just about the book, nothing very in depth. So you look for other sustainable fashion. You try to look for other sources, ano, until you find something. However, another thing that you can do is going back to Google, ano. So let's go back to Google. Example, you type again sustainable fashion, you can go actually to news. So the best way for you to go over details is to go to news and look for articles in good sources that will teach you something. So, this is quite an intriguing article. Sustainable fashion, there is no such thing. So let's try to see that. Sustain Let's look for more details about sustainable fashion, and then those are the things that we're going to use for your for your advocacy campaign. Let's look for some that has uh that has statistics. So once you got some sources here, for example, this is the Financial Times. This is a very good source. Okay, so you also have to double check if your source is good. How do you do that? You can go online again and then type there Financial Times. It's a newspaper. It has a Wikipedia page, and if you look at it, it is an international daily broadsheet, published digitally on current affairs. So it shows na maganda yung ano na to, yung source na ito, no? So it's credible. So you can use this. So what are you going to do? Of course, you have to read that. You have to read the before you can read the article, you have to do something. So let's answer this. Ah, what's your average annual household income? Zero. I'm a student. Okay, so you can read the article first. There are some articles in there. And then, ayan, there are some terms already that, you see, this is an example of a statistic. You can actually use this for your advocacy campaign in your slides later on. So the first thing that you're going to do is defend or justify to us, to our class, what your topic is, on what your advocacy is all about. You will do that with your slides. Diba? I gave you a presentation last time about how to create slides that are good or interesting. Eto yon, you're going to do the same by showing us some statistics, some details, or even quotations can also be very good. There are some statistics, some more details or ideas, etc. O yan, as global fashion sales rise, we're getting less use out of our clothes. So, what is this statistics? What does it mean? You can use that and you can turn that into one or two sentences and then use that later in your advocacy. Okay? So this is already one good source if your topic is sustainable fashion. Okay? So ito na yung gagawan mo ng next task. Based on the YouTube video that you watched, you're going to create an annotated bibliography. So of course, you have to do an APA citation of your source. You have to do the annotation and some research details or data. This is discussed in the YouTube videos that I attach in this playlist. And finally, you're going to write your thoughts and how relevant the topic is to your, or the source is to your advocacy campaign. So APA is very simple to use in Microsoft Word. I do not know if you've observed this or if you've done this before. Wait lang, let's save this file. Annotated bibliography. So, for example, APA citation or source, you just go to review and then what your references, sorry, in review, and you're going to add your citation. So you click what citation you're going to use. So there is APA, click that, and then insert citation, and then you can put your author in there, etc. So let's just pretend website. So of course it's a website. Sometimes it can be a book, depende, pero I'm sure most of you will be getting it from online. So you click on website. Who is the author? So it's I can see it here. You can see it, but I can see it here. So I'll just copy and paste some of the details. Actually, this is a very new article. This just came out in November 13, 2020. Okay, so we're gonna do that here. The author is Invik Lauren. Actually, the first thing you need to do is put it to this format. So that's the first name and that's the last name. Kung maraming kung marami, pwede mo siyang i-edit. So i-edit mo siya dito. So, for example, dalawa kaming authors, halimbawa lang, magaganyan siya. Right? So it's the same thing. If you can type it this way, right? It's the number of authors will be divided by the semicolon, but that's only her. Name of web page, this is where you put the article title. So sustainable fashion, there is no such thing. So you copy that, you put that in your citation. Name of website, this is from the Financial Times. URL, you have to copy the website. Copying the website now. There you go. It was published in 2020. Ipasilip ko lang sa inyo so that you can see the content. How did I know there's the date? November 13, 2020. I'll also post an article how to look for sources if it's going to be for the publication day, kung hindi siya mahanap sa website. But this is November 13, 2020. Usually news articles meron naman yung it always includes the day or the date. So that's like we're going back to Microsoft Word. As you can see, we already have our date in here. So that's November 13th, 2020. Click OK. There. So ganyan ang lalabas. Now, that's actually the wrong. This is still an in-text citation. That's the wrong one. So what do? You delete that first, and then you do the second one. So for example, I'll invent na ha. So another source here, and then you insert citation. So for example, another website. Let's just pretend that I wrote the article. Sustainable fashion in the Philippines. Halimbawa, it's in Rappler. Year 2020, let's say it was published last week. So November 13, click OK. There you go. So you delete that again. So may dalawa na siya. What's the next thing you're going to do? You go back to bibliography and then you click any of that, either bibliography or works cited. And when you do that, lalabas na yun. That's what you're going to copy. But before you can copy, you go there and then click convert bibliography to static text. See? I don't know if your teacher taught you this before, but it's a very good tool. There's your citation already in APA. You did not stress out. Oh, di ba? Tapos na. Life is not very difficult, guys. It's very simple. You're done. That's it. And then you're going to put your annotation in here already. So for example, this article is all about, and then blah 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 blah. In the article, it was discussed that there are at least, I'm just making up some statistics here that are not true. At least 25% of fashion brands who are attempting to follow guidelines on sustainable fashion, etc., lang. So these are some notes or details. And then here will be just the relevance. So for example, just write something like, this source is is highlighting the relevance of fashion in an international scale. It shows that all major brands actually want to blah blah blah, change their etc. And at least here's already your file. Here's already your source. Later ita-transfer mo na lang siya. But you can actually do APA is very easy, okay? I'll just delete that so that it's malinis yung file mamaya when I send it to you. APA is very easy to use. You can also do that online. Don't be afraid to use your online. So just type there APA citation generator. There it is. So let's go to Scriber. Favorite nila yan. Example is from a website. It's the same thing. Enter the page URL. So you put the article there. And then the title, sustainable fashion. URL again, you put it back there. And then authors. I think hindi ito naka-APA. No thanks. This is supposed to be in APA. So let's just fill it out. 13, 11 here, 2020. Date access. So what's today? November 27th of 2020. The website name is Rappler. Site there. See? Bilis din niya. Same lang yung lumabas. Okay, so this is how, and then you just copy that and you can put that already in your, you can post that already in your project. So let's try to put that there. Tada! I-edit mo lang siya ng konti. Ay. I think ano lang siya. You just remove the spaces. So iwan ganun mo lang siya. Oh, see, maganda pa yung itsura niya. Mas maganda yung itsura niya kaysa yung isa kanina. So those are different ways. So that no one will be saying that it's a very stressful task. I'm teaching you the already. And of course, when I will get your output, I'll open Grammarly, check your I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it if it's going to be. I'll log in later. I'm going to check the authenticity of your source, etc. So that's what you're going to do for the week. So this is what you're going. This is not to be submitted in the very near future. I'm still preparing something that I'm just go over some sources, pero pwede nyo siya na siyang tapusin para pwede nyo na siyang i-copy and paste later on because you're going to be submitting this individually. At the same time, one member will be posting it in your Google Drive. So I'm going to create a Google Drive later on where all of your submissions will be posted. So all of the things that you are doing from this to the letters, etc. Ipo-post nyo lahat sa Google Drive folder na yon. So I'm going to be creating these Google Drive folders and going to be over the weekend kasi matrabaho yon. I'll do it for you for your convenience. And then you're just going to fill it up later on so that isa lang din yung file na pupuntahan natin, isa lang din yung file na pag-checkan ko once I get to the last week, and then I'm going to check your outputs. All right. So have a great day. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week.